Good. I figure it's about time I did a video, and I'm not sure how much room my phone has, so I thought I'd do it live. So if you make any comments while I'm doing this live, uh, don't be offended if I don't respond to you. I will treat them as comments later on, and I will respond later. Um, yeah, I tried to do my book report on my scholar gentleman. It was the book that Truck and Piper Bob gave me, the Box of Delights. It was a Christmas favorite of his, and so I read it, and it was I got into it once I learned how to, what's the word I'm looking for, unlearn being an adult, because it's a book written for children. It has the magical kid's logic in it, like all this stuff happens, this, like he can shrink and talk to animals, that kind of whole thing. It's like you have to unlearn that kind of thing. So yeah, I read it, and it crackled with that Christmas magic. And now I'm reading a book that pipe smoking beekeeper got me, called the Christmas Stocking Nurse. And it's pretty hilarious. It's got that sardonic, very dry, sarcastic British wit, which I really appreciate. Okay, I'm going live. That's good. That's good. So yeah, greatly enjoying that. So thank you to Truck and Piper Bob and the Pipe Smoking Beekeeper. Those gifts are much appreciated, and greatly enjoying the read. Yeah, I just went to my mailbox, and of course, the new one of these came in. The Pipes and Cigars catalog. The previous month's one, the previous quarter's one, is still upstairs, so gonna have to do that. Can't really afford to be buying pipes right now, unfortunately, being around Christmas time. Also, American Stationery, which I always look through this thing. I don't know why, but every once in a blue moon I'll order from them, and then of course now you're on their mailing list until you pretty much die. And so yeah, I just kind of look at it, see if there's any. I'm a big letter writer, as some of you know, so I just kind of see if there's any products here that I might take try. I usually make my own stationery, but involving blank stock. You can just glue stuff on a blank card stock. You can get it at Michael's or Hobby Lobby if you frequent them, and there you go. You get yourself a nice card. Speaking of cards, all the Christmas cards are written out, most of them. I have like a couple stragglers. I'm just waiting for payday so I can buy the postage, just send them all out. I like to have Christmas postage on the cards if I can help it. Little weird thing. This one has a Central Cal Piper in mind. Speaking of lettering, we correspond quite a bit. And there he is right now, Central Cal Piper. And he has something like this that he said we trade letters back and forth, and he has something like this. And which is cool. It's like maybe I should just like order this and not get labels. But see, I have this weird karmic thing. If I get something like that that's kind of permanent, then karma kicks in and I'm going to have to change my address. It happened one time. I did it when I was back on Beach Street, and sure enough, events sort of aligned themselves so that I basically had to change my address. So that's why I'm not getting a permanent stamper. Instead, I'll just get labels. Not a problem. And the Christmas cards, and speaking of Christmas cards, they started filing in, which I appreciate. Might hang them up this year. I'm not sure. Might hang them up or just tape them on the window. I'm not really sure. We'll see how it goes. I'm probably not even going to put a tree up this year because it's just a pain in the ass. Yeah, it looks good. You put it up. I'm like Armchair Ed. He has like a whole Christmas village and his Christmas tree there. It looks like Santa's workshop, and good on him, but I'm just a lazy SOB. And my Christmas energy goes into the Christmas cards, which are all waiting to be mailed out. Housekeeping. my Missouri Meerschaum, I think it's Country Gentleman, if I'm not mistaken. And with, of course, let's have it right on the nose, Norman Rockwell, Santa Surprise. I left it in the pipe a little bit so it can dry out. So hopefully, let's see how this works. Anyway, I thought I'd do a video because the last one I did was right after coming back from CQ and doing all my doors down in Atlanta. Excuse me. I always forget one thing, and that thing is a tamper. Of course, hold on, folks. This is live, so I don't have to worry about the time so much. Oh, there it is, way down there. Out of sight, out of mind, or did I just leave it upstairs? I might just have to use my finger. Oh, wait a minute. There's a tamper down here somewhere. God, I need to be more organized. Yeah, so after coming back from CQ, I got decked with this massive cold or flu or COVID or whatever it was. And it laid me, there we go, like 2 of them. Plus a couple homemade ones. Yay! I'll do the homemade one. I believe this is from, Mark. Not mistaken. Let's try this again. Yeah, it just happened pretty quickly. We went from that sore in the throat. All of a sudden, it's like the phlegm, and my nose is blocked up, and I'm downing cough syrup like it's water. So, yeah. And then it slowly faded away. I was able to get back to work. But even up to yesterday, 2 days ago, I still had this lymph node that was kind of bothering me until my doc, who's about like almost 30 years younger than me, gave me super Sudafed. It seems to have cleared up quite well, so I don't feel guilty doing this. Yep, I packed this sumbitch too tight. I guarantee it. Or it's not dry enough yet. Whatever. Anyway, so yeah, I thought I'd just come on in, say hello, let you know I'm still alive. And I also want to send some thanks out. I know I'm sort of kind of like on the outer fringe of the YTPC. I'm not consistent enough to be a regular commentator, regular presenter. And I know I don't participate in the VRs nowhere near enough. But I'm still here. I've been here for a while. I don't plan on going anywhere. So first thing I want to do is send out some thanks to Parsimonious Piper. Somehow he got wind of the fact that I had that massive virus, and he mentioned me on YouTube Piper's Care, which I greatly appreciate. My problems are pretty minor compared to the other ones he mentioned there, so I'm glad I'm recovering. Thank you, Ethan. You did good work. What does parsimonious mean anyway? I meant to look it up before him, but imagine it has something to do with the clergy, if I'm not mistaken, but pardon me if I'm wrong, pardon my ignorance. Also like to thank Dicky Labs. He's a relatively new pipe smoker. I believe he lives in Missouri. I'm going to say it the way he would say it, Missouri. Just a friendly, countryish type of guy, very dry, very deadpan sense of humor, which I can really appreciate. His channel pretty much is a grab bag of stuff he cooks, certain things, and he treats you like you're visiting. You show up in his kitchen and he's cooking something, and then you go out to the porch and you shoot the breeze. He's, by his own admission, a country BS type of guy, and I enjoy his patter, as they say in Scotland. I have to say, I do like the Norman Rockwell brand of tobacco. My normal brand is Portrait. That's my go-to, it seems. Every time without even thinking about it, I just go to it. I also want to mention Ed, Armchair Piper. He wants to do something called I'm keeping my notes here. I actually took notes and everything for this video, so that's how you know I'm serious. Ed wants to do something called a YTPC reunion. And what that is that when he started out, there were a bunch of YTPC people that were pretty, that were his contemporaries, and they've gone off by the wayside. So he wants us to spread the word that people who have been gone from the YTPC for a while, to maybe come back, give us an update of how your life is, that kind of thing. I personally miss Grandpa Cavendish because I miss his total New Yorker type of vibe. He would take us into New York from time to time and show us the sights, and he would buy, typical New Yorker food. He would go into bodegas and basically be your dyed-in-the-wool New Yorker. So I kind of miss that, and I hope he posts more videos. He posted one about a month ago, I believe. Apparently I was one of his first subscribers, come to think of it. There we go. We're getting somewhere. Yeah, so get those words out if you want to. Also, I wanted to thank the ambulatory anarchist, formerly Leo Aldepold. Leo, just he's posting more stuff. Thankfully, he's Leo is basically, to my mind, a Tom Bombadil / Hobbit figure, which I really enjoy. He's down there in rural Dorset, and he's just a joy to listen to. Big English lad. It looks like he just came out of the woods, hanging out with Radagast, the woodland wizard of Lord of the Rings, and he's all right. Leo is all right. Maybe I should do lives more often. I'm feeling more at ease doing this instead of just doing a recording and then getting it over with and leaving. So yeah, maybe I should do these more often. A couple of shout outs. We have a couple of new pipers. The aforementioned Dickie Labs. He's a lot of fun to listen to. I really enjoyed his post-Thanksgiving post where he's basically, first of all, he's talking about how he went around to some of his friends. One of them was cameraman Kevin, I believe. I don't know if it's a son or somebody he knows. And he's basically saying, I didn't get food or anything like that. And you read the comments, and it is the snark. I hope they're kidding, but it's the most hilariously snarky stuff that you've ever read. So, like I said, I dig Dickie Lab's really dry sense of humor. And then he goes on to give you this really revolting Thanksgiving recipe, which was intentionally revolting, but he just riffs it off like it's his grandmother's favorite recipe, and I dig that. I dig humor that sort of like sneaks past you for a second. Beg pardon. Too much talking. Dave, one day I will learn how to clench, I promise you. St. David's Pipers. Anyway, next thank you. Pipe Revival. He's a relatively new guy. He's on a mission to bring back pipe smoking, and I'm here for it. And someone called the Simple Georgian, who Armchair Ed pointed me out to him He's at 15 subscriptions down in Savannah, Georgia. He's been an observer for a while. I don't like the word lurker. He's been an observer for a while, and he's decided with Ed's help, with Ed's encouragement, to start his own channel. So more pipe people every day. Now, granted, the Sutliff news didn't really like raise any palpitations to me because I'm still learning about all the tobaccos and everything like that. So I don't like tobaccos enough to worry about something running out yet. I'm still that much of a newbie. But since the big cold cleared up, I've just been basically hanging at home, doing chores or avoiding doing chores, chopping up and bringing up firewood because winter has hit us full force. Up in southern New Hampshire, the cold has teeth right now. It's like something like 30 degrees out there, but it feels more like 15 with the wind chill factor. So once again, I get dissuaded from doing my walk today. But the long and short of it is, I missed you guys. I did. Let's see. Yeah, I'm gonna address all this stream that's coming in. I've got 5 people in here now. I'll address it after the video. But yeah. I just didn't want to forget the craft, as it were. I want to thank just had a brain blip, excuse me. Also to mention, is he down there? Oh, whoa, Alan. Alan's not a YouTuber, but he comes from Scotland, and Scotland is sort of my spiritual homeland, so didn't expect to see him here. Yeah, I miss Scotland too, big time. I dream of it sometimes. I dream I'm on this river in Glasgow, and I'm hurrying out to see all these spots in Glasgow that I remember seeing. I remember being at the old hotel, the Moat House, near the Armadillo building, which is right near the Finiston Crane. Yeah, I miss Scotland. I miss hearing the various Scottish dialects in my ear. Yeah, back in my younger days, I worked Glasgow all the time, and I loved it. But you worked on that flight, big time. Worked. I mean, because everyone was up, all the Glaswegians are singing. They want booze. If you run out of one type of booze, they just go for another, and you pretty much ended up with an empty liquor kit by the end. I didn't care though; they were having a great time. Thanks very much, son. You're a good steward. Thanks very much, son, for giving us the wee swally, geeing us. Like I said, you gave him an extra whiskey. They were your friend for life. Just friendly people. I used to set up. We had like this table that you could put up in the back of the DC-10. You set up this table, and I just put out all the water and everything like that. Suddenly the call went out, and you had people just kind of standing there and just shooting the breeze and drinking whiskey, and like it was a pub. So yeah, I miss that. Anyway, I think I'm out. I just wanted to say hello. Gone on for nearly 20 minutes. Good being with you folks, and I hope to be back sooner. Take care, my friends, and cheers. How does this work? Are you sure you want to stop streaming? Yes.